there won't be a wedding, and you'll need to have a heart-to-heart conversation.
You do have the soulmate coming up. You do have somebody that's got kindred spirit, that is there for you, that wants to see the best for you. I feel like you've already talked to this person before, but dismiss them.
I don't think so.
Well, you have to remember that
I don't know if I've...
as far as synchronicity patterns go, my husband that I'm married to now, we had hit pass probably 10 years prior, off and on here and there, without really engaging one another. And synchronicity...
Like, do you actually know each other?
We saw each other before, we bumped into each other before, we've said hi before, we've had a couple encounters, but it would look like we'd never be together. Okay, and all I'm saying is that he probably opened a door for you, you probably caught him at a glance, but the timing was not right.
Like that, but yeah, it's not...
No, I'm not talking about where you've had, I'm not talking about past boyfriends. I'm talking about... Okay.
It could be a acquaintance thing, or somebody that lives in the building, or
yes.
I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody you saw at the supermarket.
Yes. Yep, and so far that first connection, I feel like that first connection you already found the signature. And the signature, it don't even have to come from the person that is actually the person. You feel comfortable with that person, and that's what your heart's seeking out right now. Okay, now reshuffle those.
The biggest thing I need to do is make sure that I'm allowing my femininity to come out, right?
Yes.
It sounds like that's like the...
Can you allow that to come out gracefully without having to feel awkward?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
But I would have to be in a trusting situation. Yeah.
Okay, so now there you...
I used to give people trust right at the beginning, and just, and then take it away as people, deserved it, I should say.
Right.
But now I'm learning that, trust is something that I guess needs to be kind of built.
Right. But you just explained awkwardness. You trusted and then you felt it away. The awkwardness can also be a sign and a signal that you're supposed to pull away. So it depends on how you define it, again, with yourself.
Right.
Now, I'm going to say if you healed awkwardness, the awkwardness in, without, with around you, coming at you, coming from you, in all the directions of what awkwardness is, pick up 3 cards that would define what's going on. You would be over some issues. You would understand that love you deserve, and that you would be able to balance out that parts of yourself that have your strength.
The energy exchange.
Yeah, the energy exchange. So you have a good reading based on the fact is if you were to take the foundation piece and heal it out of your life. You don't just overcome it, you just don't attack it. You can use healing tools. Anytime you feel awkward, you can tap it out. Anytime you feel like somebody's making you awkward, you can tap it out. Literally, the energy of awkwardness needs to be addressed and have closure to, so it can be taken out of your foundation. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll definitely work on tapping. I do tapping, so I'll definitely tap
Excellent.
with that.
Excellent. Okay, well, go come back and listen to the archive so that you can get all the gems.
That was wonderful.
All right, thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Call back.
Bye-bye.
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 All right, so next one.
Is a Skype caller?
Yep, Skype caller. You're on the air with Brenda and Jen Medicine Women.
Hi, this is Jeanette. How are you, ladies?
Good, and how are you?
Great, great. Thanks for taking my call. Well, I have a relationship question. I am actually wanting to know what the future of this relationship holds for me.
Okay, so she's in a relationship and she's looking for the future. What is the future hold for her in this relationship? Let's see, it's very important to get the words. In this relationship, what is it doing for her? And we're drawing cards if you're wondering, so just give us a second here.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, and as soon as she gets that part, I'm going to take and... there's a lot of red energy in your aura. Sometimes that means that you can have a good foundation, but this in case is on your shoulders, which means you have to carry a burden of... They're telling me that you have a heart wall that says that it's a part of you that may not be able to entrust people.
Right, so that she
Wounded pride.
She doesn't feel like everything's okay.
Yeah, and that's how but she trusts that. That's why she has to keep calling that back. A love is associated with can't trust the emotions.
Right, so keeping the open mind, it would be learning
healing tools
and that sort of thing.
Yep.
To open.
Yeah, like right now, the key word for you, they don't have one, but what they do have, I already said it. I already said it. Okay, don't need to repeat. Okay, so what they're saying is love equals, and then you need to fill in the blank and then heal it out. Love equals, and then heal it out. Okay?
So how you were conditioned as a child in that when the people said, I love you, or however they expressed their love meant such and such would happen. Would negative be some kind of negative be associated?
Like my husband and I were looking at a situation, and he, in order to know he was loved, is if he was blamed. So love equals that he has to be blamed, which throws a damper in the relationship because the only way he can feel loved is if I'm attacking him. And it's like, okay, we got to heal that because I don't want that in my relationship.
Yeah.
So do you understand what we're saying?
So in other words, there might be some negative association with love from my past?
Yes.
Yes. It's the way that you would define it today, and then if you think about it, you may feel things in the past, but if you don't quite understand it, with grace and ease, the universe will show you
a reminder like, hey, do you remember this from your childhood?
You may think it, or all of a sudden you'll be at the grocery store and somebody will remind you.
Or you'll see it on a TV
because
show.
It'll happen live. So you can have it in any different way, but they're saying there's a part of you. And how you know, it said it's wounded pride. Wounded pride would be somehow that you have to be hurt. Somehow you have to be
taken down a notch.
Taken down a notch. Have you ever had your pride wounded? Have you ever had somebody hurt you and you took offense easily?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, this is what they're addressing it as. And they're saying that this interferes, but you can't have love unless you have this, and your soul's saying, oh, please, I'm so tired of always having to be hurt.
Exactly. So how do I heal that?
Okay.
Great.
We love those questions. You go to mwreveal.com, you look under Healing Tools, and in this case, we're going to tell you to tap out, what kind of phrase?
Well, you just said, the whole, I'm tired of being hurt every time I need love.
Even though I have to be hurt in order to have love, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Express myself.
I express myself too.
But
Accept myself. You'll see the phrase on the video under
meridian tapping.
Healing Tools.
Now, the other thing that we would tell you to do, because if you understand that it was such great depths, put it on a scale from 0 to 10, give it a color, they're going to tell you to hold R1S. That is, if you look under mwreveal.com, look under Healing Tools, under Hope Therapy, you're going to hold your right wrist with your in the first position, and your thumb will be nice and soft. And do exactly what the video tells you, which you place your hand on your wrist, or in your hand on your forehead, and all the other steps. And you think it through. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to remember all of the ways that this is true, all the past experience, all the fresh experience that could just happen now, everything you see in a TV show or what's just happened to your friends, and then it'll break. About 3, it'll break. And then you can't think about it anymore. You understand it. It means that you're filing it away. And then finally you're like, well, I don't feel it anymore. Well, just wait. Because you'll know when you're completely done, because it'll never happen again. But if it happens again, quickly go back to R1S, hold that position, and heal it out. Because your brain is telling you that the blood has rushed back up to your forehead and in your frontal lobe where you create your reality, and you have stopped all that chemical peptide process that said that you're supposed to think and feel and be this, and now all of a sudden you can be something else. And you have a break from all that hell, and then you proceed forward, and anytime there's a fresh experience, you heal it again. And really what you're doing is helping you to rewire your brain so that you can create a better now and future.
So you remember anytime that you wanted to feel love, whether it's with a friendship or relationship or family member, and like something would come along and just, you know, oh, it was just a that went along with it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you're gonna be on this journey of self-discovery. But if you heal it while you're going through it, then you are going to have it stop and resolved.
And you're weeding. You're pulling it out by the roots, and you're weeding and weeding all this negative stuff out.
Because most people don't realize they do it every single day, regardless, whether it's part of their foundation and a part of who they are every day. But if you're going to already do it and go through it, you may as well use a tool, right?
Correct.
When in doubt, tap it out.
And how long of a, well, you know, just as an average, or can you intuit how long this would take me to clear?
Oh crap! In a matter of a few minutes, if you wanted to. What will happen is, so let's say you started doing the Hope Therapy and it took you an average of maybe 10 minutes to get through it all. And then all of a sudden it was clear. Because you're so new to this, it may take a day or two, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this just happened in my face. What'd she say? R1S again. And you put on a scale from a color and a number, and you put your hand on your head, and you heal it out until you're like, I feel good because I can't think about it anymore. I don't feel it the same way. And then you're checking and there's no number, then it's good. You have 24 to 72 hours of the process of how your body heals.
Reacclimating.
And then you're also reacclimating the entanglement cords with the universe, the law of attraction, which then helps you create a better thing. So the universe is relaying better stuff to come your way. And it takes that
because
process.
you've weeded out, then the whole metaphor of you can blossom.
Exactly. Okay, so
It's similar to the statement, you know, the other shoe, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's the same energy, correct?
yes, and that I would definitely tap out too, or hold with Hope Therapy, because it's what the R1S represents, the large intestine meridian, which is bullshit.
And it's your dogma because you've lived with it so many years. It's become dogma.
Same shit,
it's become
different
chronic.
name.
It's your reality.
It's like, oh, this is never going to go away. This is part of
Same
you
crap,
over-identified with it so much that you feel like you can't do anything about it. And when you're holding that position in Hope Therapy, it will actually literally stop you. You don't have to be that identity anymore. And you don't have to carry that baggage into the next relationship, and whether it's family, friends, or with a lover, or whatever. You don't have to carry it with you because it is, that part does not need to show up anymore. Okay?
Awesome. So as long as I heal this, and believe me, I would want to heal this for myself, not for because of this relationship that I'm in. It's really just for myself.
Yes.
Forward.
Yes.
But will this relationship get better and feel more clear to me? Will I have more forward movement?
We just pulled a card with your question, and what does it say, Jen?
This could be the one.
There's a lot more reinforcements from the universe with your soul, every part of you that says, oh yeah, this could be the one. And as long as you're moving in that direction, you'll end up, and if there's any other complications, you then come back, or we are soul coaches, you can contact us and we'll set up an appointment. But it looks like, yes, he is supposed to be a big, big part of your world.
Right, I got that message when he first glanced over at me. I got that message. It said it really loudly, and I actually resisted it.
That's sometimes what we do.
Because of the dogma.
Yes.
Most likely.
Yeah, now we can get rid of the dogma and come closer.
Exactly. Good stuff.
Oh, that is such good news. Thank you so much, ladies. You mentioned a lot of different things, you know, like to go on your website and all that. NW Heal.
M is in medicine, W is in woman, so medicine, woman, and then reveal is REVEAL.com. And once you get there, you'll see on the side healing tools. Click on that, then you'll see a whole list of healing tools. And the R1S goes for Hope Therapy.
And the tapping is the meridian tapping.
Okay, so it's R1, S as in Frank?
S as in Sam.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which means you're going to hold your thumb soft instead of hard. So you're going to just lay your thumb on top of your wrist.
And once you watch the Hope Therapy video, it will make sense.
Okay?
Oh, video, perfect. Thank you, ladies. Have a beautiful day. I love you.
Thank you. We love
Thanks
you
for
too.
calling.
Sending you much light and love. Stay blessed.